Shalom. I give all honor and praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Bashim, Kakadash, the bonus to the elders, apostle, the great minister of this truth and sincerity. Salutations to the hopeful man spirit on the four corners of the earth. Some another video entitled Data Bread Come to Me. And we're going to be in Matthew chapter 11, verses 25 reads, At that time, Yahushua answered and said, I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, because thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent, and hast revealed them to babes. He's referring to the truth, okay, the knowledge, the wisdom, okay. He revealed it. For example, in the wise and prudent, talking about like those wicked scribes and Pharisees. For example, I won't say Nicodemus. He wasn't considered. I would say he wasn't in the truth. Okay, when we say wicked scribes and Pharisees, we talk about those that were in the truth, right? Those scribes and Pharisees that was completely wicked, but you also have those scribes and Pharisees that weren't wicked, like Nicodemus. Like he wanted, he wanted to know the truth. Okay, he wanted to know. He wanted to understand the Yahushua teachings. Okay, but he has some scribes and Pharisees that completely mock Yahushua teachings. They persecuted Yahushua because of his teachings. Of him saying that he's the begotten son, that he's the king of Yahushua, that he's the king of Israel. Right? They persecuted Yahushua for blasphemy. Okay. So those are the scribes and Pharisees that think they're wise and prudent, right? Think that they know more than Yahushua. All right. Then you have, just like now, you have so many, Israelites now, right, that are wicked, thinking they know more than us, right? Thinking they have their wisdom is more, they're more wise than the Lord. Okay. So the Lord had hid this truth, this knowledge, started with the new testament, right? The new covenant, right? Many people can't understand the new covenant. Many people can't understand that Yahushua, he returned, right, to not do away with the law. He returned to fulfill the law. So the law is still in effect. People think the Old Testament is just completely gone, right? You can eat pork, you can commit all the abominable acts, and the Lord, he's just gonna allow you to escape by free. Okay, you're not gonna get judged or anything. Okay, no, the law, the Old Testament is still in effect. The people are getting judged by the law as we speak. Believe, contrary to popular belief, people are getting judged by the law of the Lord. Okay, so the laws are still in effect. So, but you have these people again. You have for example, these Christians that think they can do what they want. Okay, eat what they want. Just do whatever. Right? Think they're wise and more prudent than the Lord. Right? Than the Holy Book. They don't have no knowledge of the Holy Book. Right? They speaking of their own. Okay, their own wisdom. Right? The wisdom of this world. Okay, and the wisdom of this world is hatred with the wisdom of the Lord, right? So the spirit of this world is enmity with the spirit of Yahweh Shah. Okay, I mean there's hatred between each other. There's hostile opposition, right? And many people have the spirit of this world within them, right? It has revealed them unto babes, meaning what, unto his disciples, because the Lord told, what did the Lord tell one of the people that were listening, right? He told them that if you wanted to basically worship me, follow me, you have to become like this child. Said all you have become like this child that was also listening. Meaning what? That's a symbolic speaking, meaning become humble, right? Become accept this to his teaching, you know, humble, meek, you know, and he revealed his knowledge and truth started with his disciples, revealed it to his started with his disciples. Okay, the 12. Even even so, Father, for so it seemed good in thy sight. All things are delivered unto me of my Father, and no man knows the Son, but the Father. Neither knoweth any man the Father save the Son, and he to whomsoever the Son will reveal him. So all things deliver unto Yahushua. Okay. Come unto me, all ye. So this is why we have to worship the people and worship Yahushua. You have people who do not worship Yahushua. All right. The only begotten Son of the Heavenly Father, you know. You have people that will go to the Heavenly Father that want to go to the Heavenly Father before they go to Yahushua, right? But guess what? What did Yahushua say that no man knows the Son but the Father, neither know any man the Father save the Son. People act like they know the Father. They think the Father that they actually, you know, they call it the Heavenly Father. They could just they think they talk about the Heavenly Father like he's their buddy, right? He's their best friend, right? That you can go out and hang out with, right? You know, people that's how people because of their proudness, okay? You know, have no regard, no fear at all within Jacob within Israel. There's no fear within Israel, right? Absolutely no fear. And this is why the Lord gonna bring judgment in the first place. So he can put fear back in Israel, right? Put fear back in his name, right? Put fear back in him with fear mean what? Respect, okay? You know, come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. You know, and we're heavy laden, right? So our only rest is in Yahweh. This is about how in this world you should suffer tribulation, but in Yahweh you should have rest. Okay, in this world we suffer tribulation, right? We suffer sorrows, troubles. Okay, but in Yahweh we are at rest because we have this knowledge and truth. We understand wisdom, having wisdom and understanding, right? Being of a wise, having wisdom, understanding the best thing we can have right now is stability. Okay, wisdom, understanding why we're going through the things we're going through. Okay, is peace, is rest. Okay, we're spiritually, we're we're vexed. Okay, daily. Okay, but within that vexation, we are at peace with it. Okay, you know, it's a sense of peace. Because we know the Lord is going to return eventually. Okay, we know this world's not going to continue to go how it is. Take my yoke upon you, and learn of me. For I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Yeah, our burden is light compared to what Yahweh Shah, was suffering, right? So our burden is light, all right? But this is why we have to consciously, abide within Yahweh Shah, abide within that vine, right? We're the branches in Yahweh Shah, the vine. He that abides in me, he that abides in me, he basically the Lord won't forsake, right? The Lord, he will consistently feed you, right? Nourish you, comfort you, all right? Close here by giving all and glory praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahshua, Ba'ashem, Next time, say shalom.